Greetings! This is another Sprocket video where I would like to show you some of my older tanks and their updated designs. So, our first subject is a World War I vehicle because a couple of people seem to enjoy these kinds of tanks. And this would be the HGS 100-3. Now, there isn't actually a lot of things about this tank I don't like. My problems with this are this front and the rear, and yeah, that's about it really. So the armor profile of this is quite pathetic, and believe it or not, this used to be my most armored World War I tank. It's only 14 tons, which is quite a lot for something that isn't well protected, so that's something I improved on, among other things, with the better version of it, which would look something along the lines of this. So, as you can see, I really didn't change a lot. So let's see the armor profile of this. As you can see, it's quite thick, 50 millimeters at the front, 25 in other places, 15 here. And these sides are also 25 to 15. So yes, this is quite a chunky World War I tank. It endures a lot of punishment, and with this added weight, it only weighs 3 tons more than its previous version, despite being multiple times more armored. So yes, that's incredible engineering on my part. And one major flaw with this updated design is that you can't really turn your guns towards the front, at least not completely. They are stuck in this position if you try to aim forward, but you can turn them to the side quite a decent bit, but it's not even scratching 90 degrees. So this very limited gun arc is a major weakness of this updated design, but I mean, I'm not known for making good tanks, at least in terms of performance or genuine battle proven designs or whatever, so I'm happy with whatever the hell I came up with for this tank. I'm happy it works, and it completed No Tanks Land once. And also, this was specifically designed to cross trenches without any problems, and it does exactly that. Now, the major difference between the old design and this new one is probably the front. I changed it quite a bit, and the rear, of course, because of course World War I engines are big and inefficient. So that's why the engine deck is perhaps twice as big. So yes, this would be the HGS 100-3, a World War I design with stylish ball mount machine guns, and I forgot the caliber of these cannons, so I'm just going to write them down on the screen. So our second subject is quite a cute one actually. It's the HGS 110-5. So this is a tankette, specifically an anti-tank tankette. Now, as you can see, it has a fully modeled interior. This was, I believe, one of the first, if not the first, attempts of mine at making an interior. And there are specifically 114 shells inside. Yes, I counted them all a while ago actually. It's probably over a year old now. But yeah, this is a cute tank. There's not much else to say. It's a tankette, it weighs a bit less than 6 tons. It pretty much has no armor to speak of. So yes, quite a cute tank, and now let's see in what ways I improved on it. And while we are taking a look at this improved version, why not take it out for some target practice? So, as you can see, it now has a roof. It's not only there to protect the crew inside from rain, shrapnel, and some things along the lines of those, but it's also there to conceal my laziness in designing the interior. So it serves two purposes and it serves them well. But of course you can still see a bit of the insides because it's still an open top vehicle, and it's relatively quick. It has an extremely punchy 57mm anti-tank annihilator gun, and it's overall a filthy little shit nugget. What can I say? You have 11 of these little shits. I don't know what else to call them. Gremlins? Yes, that's actually quite a good nickname for this. The Gremlin Tanket. And as you can see, I basically have no problems going through the size of those. 1 minute and 12 seconds. That's unusually quick. Now, as you can see, the engine deck is quite weird. The vents are unusual. You don't see these kinds of vents very often, and you can see inside very easily. I mean, not really inside because there are armored walls here, but if this was a real tank you could see inside the engine deck. And you are probably wondering how the insides look, and let me do some things in order for you to see better. And there we go. Of course it has a driver's seat and a commander's seat, and where the gunner is, don't ask too many questions. Of course there's a 57mm gun completely modeled, not well, but it's there. There are a few things I don't want you to see like this. There are things that do stuff, and clutch, gas and brake and things, and this cover up thing that connects the engine to the transmission and things like that, and things. Yes. Now let's take a look at the non-existent armor profile, which is 10mm at best, and yeah, it's not much armor, to be honest, and it's actually quite a lot lighter than the previous version, which had a smaller 40mm gun. So yes, this would be the not so impressively sized but very impressively performing little tanket of mine, which, you know what, I think I'm going to nickname it the Gremlin. So yes, this would be the AGS 110-5. I'm going to call it the Gremlin from now on because I like that nickname. The very lightweight anti-tank tanket. So, as for the next tank, the thing is I accidentally deleted the previous newer version of it, but I still have the first ever version of it, and this would be for the 6th time on this channel, the AGS 104-1. Yes, this was made before Freeform even existed. You know what, let's just move on. Unlike the previous newest version, the newest version is not deleted. So let's see what this unusual looking medium tank, yes, this is a medium tank, can do. Now the design is quite an unusual one, mostly because it's a medium tank with an open top, but also because it's basically a T-34 mixed with a KV, mixed with some Italian designs with leaf springs, mixed with, I don't know, an M10, mixed with whatever tank you can come up with. It's really a chimera of sorts. You can't really point out any tank design that actually something that looks like it, and my bot friend is taking care of everything for me. And that thing is actually quite scary because from the front I can't actually deal with it. But when it turns its side, it's actually much easier. Except the module damage I'm doing is quite pathetic. But it died either way. As you can see, the gun is quite punchy. It can do quite a few things right. Oh, there you are, motherfucker. I think I'm on fire, actually. Yes, I indeed am. And not anymore, because I'm very much dead. Well, let's do things a bit more carefully. And as I'm saying that, there comes another... What's that? An IS... whatever? A Harriot. I thought it was some sort of an IS-122 because it kinda looked like the one, but whatever. And let's see where the last one is. It's here. Right, I'm going to do a pro gamer move and try to flank around. Ignore that graphical error. I think I'm going to fix that after this battle. If everything goes alright, I can kill that little shit or get my shell caught on a tree and it's dead. So yes, this would be the HGS 104-1 for the 6th time on this channel. Although there were a couple of times where I showed the second version of it with the 90mm gun, which wasn't updated yet. It will be updated because the previous version I have is really old and in a desperate need of some improvements, but overall I'm really quite happy with this first version of it. And let me change some things around so you can see the insides, which I really didn't spend a lot of time on it. Of course, there's a gun and some seats, and you can see inside, but why would you? So yes, it's a tank for sure. And now let's see the mediocre armor profile of it. As you can see, the front can be easily penetrated, but towards the sides and to the bottom and top, it's really quite thick. So is the upper plate for the time period, and overall it's quite a decent design in terms of how well it performs. So yes, this would be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the dislike button. If not, hit the dislike button. If you want to, you can unsubscribe. And tell me in the comments which one of these vehicles was your favorite. Was it the World War I tank, the cute and annoying Gremlin Tankat, or this one, which, as I said, is the 6th time this HGS 104-1 was featured. And every time I'm improving on it, but I can't help it. This is actually probably the only one I'm really happy with. So yes, thank you for paying attention. Bye.